When I first started on my budgeting journey, I really didn't know much about the world of budgeting, and I thought a lot of things were true that ended up to not really be true. And I'm going to share those things with you today. Hey guys, I'm Sami Womack from A Sunny Side Up Life, and today I want to share with you 4 things that I used to think about budgeting. So, like I said, I used to think a lot of things about budgeting were true that I came to find out really weren't true. So, I want to share with you 4 of those things today and just kind of bust these myths about budgeting. So, the first thing that I used to think was I used to think that living on a budget was a punishment. It's not a punishment, you guys. It's just a journey. Budgeting is not a prison sentence. Your debt payoff timeline is not a prison sentence. So I want you to just think about it as a journey. It's not a punishment. One of the things that I had to learn the hard way was I got myself into debt, or my husband and I got ourselves into debt, and it was our responsibility to get ourselves out of debt. And that was a big grown-up pill that we had to swallow. One of the things that really changed my mindset about this was this quote that says, "You can't stop time." So when you realize that when you get started, in 3 years from now or 5 years from now or however long your timeline is, you could be done. But if you don't get started, you're never going to get done. You can't stop time. So in 3 years from now, you could be debt-free, or you could be exactly where you are right now, or worse off. So it's up to you. It's not a punishment. It's a journey. So change your mindset about it. Number 2, I used to think that only certain people could be successful with money. Like maybe they were born with something that just made them better at being organized, or that just made them super smart. And so they were the ones that were going to be successful with money. This isn't true. Anybody that has an ounce of discipline can be successful with money. And there's this Dave Ramsey quote that says that budgeting is 20% head knowledge and 80% behavior. And I totally agree with that. So you don't have to be a super genius. You just have to be intentional with your money and write it down and have a plan. And you don't need to be a rocket scientist to be successful with money. Anyone can do it, and I'm living proof of that. I'm not a genius. I got decent grades in school. I'm just a normal mom who decided to get super intentional and that I wanted more out of my life. And if I can do it, you can totally do it. Number 3, I used to think that budgeting was all about the numbers. I used to think that in order to be on a budget, I had to live and die with a spreadsheet in my hand, and that I would never be able to have any fun ever again and all of that business. But I used to think that it was only about the numbers. And like the Dave Ramsey quote that I just shared with you, it's mostly about your behavior. A little bit of it is about the numbers, of course, because, it's math. But most of it is about your behavior. And once you realize that it mostly just takes discipline, you can totally do it. Number 4, I used to think that it would take forever to become debt-free. Just not true. Whenever we first sat down and added up all of our debt was $490,000, you guys. Pretty crazy. And probably way above the average family's debt. But, we didn't let that stop us. And we saw this timeline of how long it was going to take us. And we realized, oh, this isn't going to be forever. It's just going to be a few years. A couple of years of sacrifice in order to have this great, amazing life. It's totally worth it. It's not going to take forever. Yeah, it's probably going to take a couple of years, but a couple of years is not forever. So just add up your debt and realize, eventually you'll be free. And whenever you look back, it's really not going to seem that bad. And if you're a parent, you know that time really does fly. And in a couple of years, when you get to your goal, you're going to look back and go, oh, that wasn't really that bad. It was just 2 years or 3 years or however long. It's not going to take forever. Thank you so much for watching my video, you guys. I hope that this helped you break some myths about budgeting today. If you like this video, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and leave me a comment below. And if you want to keep up with me, I'm all over social media, so follow me and keep up with everything that I do. One of the things that I often hear from moms is that they want to get started with budgeting, but they just don't know where to start. If you feel like that, I want you to sign up for my free email course. It's free, and it's only 5 days. Each day, you get about a 1-page email that takes a couple of minutes to go through the lesson. And then after 5 days, you've gotten started with budgeting. It's super simple, and it's gonna get you started on the right track. You're gonna love it.